Good evening again. I'm gonna make a video, Eli. Oh, I hit my head. But anyway, today is still Saturday, October 21st, 2023. I'm just leaving the gym, went to pick up my son's best friend, headed to pick my son up so they can hang out for a little while. And while I was in the gym, I was just looking around, right? I'm always like observing stuff. Always been an inquisitive type of guy, a heavy thinker. I would sit for hours just gazing, staring into space, just thinking about stuff. Why is this? Why is that? What happened to this? What made this like that? How did this become to be, you know? I always been like this when I was a child. My mom would buy me a toy. I'd take the toy and tear it up. I'll break it down and see how it works, what's on the inside of it. So, with that being said, I was listening to a video by this guy by the name of Dr. Umar Johnson. He's a black racist, right, in my opinion. He's a prince of Pan-Africanism, but in reality, he's just a racist. And he don't believe in interracial dating, that white people and black people should date each other. He thinks it shouldn't be no race mixing. So, even though I don't agree with that, I was just looking around. I feel like people, love who you want to love, be who you want to be with. That's my view on it. But I also like to think outside the box. And I also like to tackle tough topics that most people don't want to touch. So this topic is about, is interracial dating or relationship, is that natural by design, nature? We're not going to look at this as a racist or bigoted point of view or hatred. No hate. This ain't about hatred. This ain't about bigotry, racism, none of that. This is about thinking outside the box. A scientific view of it, of interracial dating. Scientifically, is it right? Not morally, spiritually, none of that. Is it scientifically natural for the races to be dating each other, race mixing or whatever, black on white, white on Chinese, whatever? Is that natural by design, nature, science? So let's look at this thing. And again, this is not about bigotry, about one race being better than the other, no superiority, none of that. This is about just a discussion, a debate, a think tank, whatever you call it. So, this ain't about racism, it ain't about bigotry, ain't about hatred, it ain't about one race being better than the other. I need you to see that and drill that in y'all head, because it is some bigots out there, some racists, that don't want to see white people with black people and vice versa because of racism and bigotry. This ain't about do I think you should be together now. It ain't about what I think. It's just a topic, a discussion. And let's discuss this. So I was in the gym, I was looking at a white couple, and I was looking at some black couple, and different couples were working out together, right? So when I thought about Dr. Umar, like, is that like, that's just a natural way of things, right? And what I mean by that is, like me, I naturally am attracted to women, not men. It's not a choice that I made. Just like I believe homosexuality or whatever is not a choice, but it was born that way. I was born liking women. I never made a choice to like women. I naturally prefer black women. I've dated white women. I don't hate white women. I don't have a problem with white women. I've been with white women before. And it ain't out of hate. I just have a natural attraction to black women. I don't have to think about it. It ain't out of hate for white women. It's just that I'm naturally attracted to black women. Just like I'm naturally attracted to thicker women. I don't like skinny women. I like women with some folk will call fat or chubby. With like a little stomach, a pooch, whatever you call it. Some women be in the gym trying to lose that, and I actually like it. So naturally, I didn't choose to like that. I like women with, little cellulite on their thighs. The stuff that women trying to get rid of and think that's unattractive, it looks good to me. So I just want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. People are naturally attracted to what they're attracted to. Okay, with that being said, is it natural I believe it's natural for white people to want to be with white people. Black people to want to be with black people. It's natural. And for someone to say, like, I've heard white women say they will not date a white man. They only want black guys. I've heard black guys say they only want white women. They won't date black women. To me, that is not normal. That's not natural. I ain't saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's not natural for you not to have an attraction to your own kind. Like they say, it's not natural to be homosexual. It's not natural to be attracted to the same sex, even though I'm not saying it's wrong or right. It's not natural to be attracted man on man, woman on woman. That's not natural. But it is what it is. It happens. So I don't think it's natural for a black man to not be attracted to black women, or a white woman not to be attracted to white men. That is not natural. And as I said, it ain't about wrong or right, about what's natural, nature by design, science. Okay. For instance, I believe we're all a part of the animal kingdom, right? So within the animal kingdom, say for instance you had purebred pit bulls. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so you got purebred pit bulls, right? Full-blooded. And some people say, man, you can't compare humans to dogs. Why not? We animal kingdom, just different species, but we're still animals like dogs, like cats, like cows, like giraffe. We all animals. The human being is an animal. We are in the animal kingdom. We're just the top of the line, top of the food chain, but we're still animals. We are mammals, as you call it. We're mammals, okay, which is an animal, part of the animal kingdom. So with that being said, if you got two pit bulls, you don't want your pit bull to mix with a chihuahua, right? Even though they do it. I ain't gonna say pit bull and chihuahua, but different, animal. But when two different dogs mix together, which I call a mutt. And even though someone would still want that puppy, that's not really what you really want. You want your dogs or animals or whatever you breed or whatever you got, whatever you want them to be with their like kind. I think nature designed each species, white, black, Asian, whatever, we're here for a reason. We have different species, different races for a reason by nature. What, I don't know. But I think it's like that for a reason. It's just not, things don't just happen. It ain't just happen that we have white people. It ain't just happen that we got black people or Chinese people. It just happened. It's by design. Have you ever noticed that, say like, they'll put an animal on an endangered species list, like the aardvark. And I'll be wondering, like, what's so important about aardvark? What does he do? What does it matter if they're extinct? They want to preserve the aardvark for some reason. Because whether we know what it's for or not, the aardvark has a specific duty to do in nature, in life, and he's here for a reason, or it's here for a reason, to where we don't want it to be extinct. That is not good for the ecosystem of nature or whatever, for the aardvark or any other species of creature to be extinct. That's why if the numbers get low, they put them on the endangered species list so the numbers can build back up to keep it from totally disappearing. So, that's why, and I think it's the same thing with the human species. Black people and black people, white people, Chinese and Chinese, whatever, should keep their species going for a reason. By nature, they all here for a reason. Hold on. So, I think it's important that each species, each race, hold on. So, his mom bringing his stuff, but anyway. So by natural design, it's important that all species continue on to not become extinct. So the white race, the black race, I mean, I know we're all humans, but there are different sections of people or races or whatever you want to call it, for a reason. What's the reason? I don't know, but if it wasn't a reason, it wouldn't be. There's a reason there's white people, there's a reason there's black people, there's a reason for it, or we all would be the same. So, that's just my outlook on my take on the interracial dating thing. Do I think it's wrong? No, I've dated white women. You date who you want to date. You love who you want to love. I'm just talking in a scientific point of view. Is it possible that we're not supposed to do that? Like you're not supposed to be cousin dating cousin or sister dating brother. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. Is it possible that by nature, not by bigotry or racism, but by nature, is it not natural for the races to be intertwining with each other when it comes to dating? Not living together like in life, getting along, respecting each other. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about just dating only. Procreating. Carrying on your species. I'm not talking about in life should white people and black people not get along. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm just talking about dating only. Is it natural for us to intermingle, intertwine sexual relations, produce kids with outside natural race? Are we supposed to keep each individual race going genetically, naturally? Same way you don't want ants extinct. We don't want white people, black people, Chinese people, no other race of people extinct. We all here and should continue going on. And if we mixing each other up, we mixing the bloodline, or we destroying nature. So, just looking around, I just, just something, I don't know why thoughts come to my mind like that, but I decided to make a video about it. I thought it was interesting, different. It's not the same thing everybody else talk about, and most people will be scared to talk about it, but as y'all know me by now, I'm not. So, I wanted to tackle any topic in a logical point of view, not in no slanted. I'm not talking racial or bigotry or nothing like that. I'm talking logically. Is it possible that we're supposed to stick with our own mating wise, not just socially in life, dealing with each other? I ain't talking about that. We're supposed to get along with each other because we are the human race, so we're supposed to get along. We need each other in order for society to work. Black and white, Chinese, all of us need to get along for life to work. But as far as nature, as far as genetics and bloodlines and species, to keep your species going, is it natural for us to be intermingling, interracial dating, kids, and biracial or whatever? Is that natural by nature, scientifically? Not socially, not this racism construct. Black people better than white people better than black people. Not that. I ain't talking about that. Ain't nobody better than nobody. We all human. We all bleed the same. We all human beings. We all flawed. We all gonna die. We ain't none of us perfect. I ain't talking about that superiority. None of that. One better than the other. None is better than the other. We all are needed. We all serve a purpose. From the ants on up to people, we all serve a purpose here on this earth. And we all are important for life to go on. Just like life would, believe it or not, life would be messed up and it would be rough if we didn't have bees, honeybees. A lot of people don't know how important honeybees are. Even just a bee is not a human being, but we would be messed up without the honeybee. Everything is necessary. What if we took all the honeybees and mixed them with hornets? What would that do for life, nature? Just a thought. What do y'all think, man? Y'all holler back.